honestly, I've had a few clients who used to eat a lot of fat and they would not lose weight on a keto diet. In fact, they would see themselves a little bloated, and that's because. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Zelocity, and today I have a very interesting video for you guys. So this video is about Headbangers Kitchen and why he's not losing weight. Okay, so the guy, he's a very nice guy. I really admire this guy. Okay, Headbangers Kitchen. No, he's not paying me. No, he's not my anything. Not even my brother. Nothing. But just out of the love and appreciation for his work, I'm telling you guys that his work is tremendous. He's a chef, cook, whatever. He cooks amazing recipes. He shares so many recipes on YouTube when it comes to keto diet. So keto is basically the low carb and high fat diet, and he makes Indian variations, continental variations of keto recipes. Of the normal recipes, he makes a keto version of all the famous recipes of lasagna and of poha. And so he's got keto poha, he's got keto pav bhaji, he's got keto cheesecake, everything on his channel. If you don't know who this guy is, you are living under a rock, and you are living under a big ass rock, because you need to follow this guy. This guy has got incredible recipes. Okay, follow this guy's amazing. So in this particular video, he mentioned why he's not losing weight. He's sharing some of his own experience with the keto diet. He's been on keto for a long time, and he tries such amazing recipes on keto, and he's still not losing weight. So let me just go through the video. I'll roll the video and I'll give you my analysis of why he's not actually losing weight on the keto diet. So let's not waste time and get into the video.
Now today we're going to be tackling a very important topic. We're going to be talking about the question, why am I not losing weight on the keto diet? How do I break a stall on the keto diet? What am I doing wrong? If you are in that position, stick around and let's get to discussing this topic. Now before we get into today's discussion, I want to say I'm not a medical expert, I am not a certified nutritionist, and blah blah blah. I am a YouTuber who makes keto recipes, who's been on keto for about 2 years, and I have only personal experience and what I've learned through research and study online that I can give you, and I'm basically just sharing my viewpoint. Take it with a pinch of salt if you like.
So he goes on to say that he's not a medical expert, he's not a doctor, he's not a nutritionist, none of those things. He's just a YouTuber who shares keto recipes, and he's just giving his personal opinion on why he's not losing weight on the keto diet. Okay, I really admire this guy because he's never been so overly enthusiastic about, oh, do this recipe, I'm doing this keto masala poha recipe, and if you eat this you're gonna lose 50,000 pounds of weight. He never mentions any of those things. He leaves it up to you. He just gives his recipe. He does his job of being a chef, like sharing recipes, because he's a professional in his field, and he doesn't enter a different specialization of nutrition. He never promotes himself, his recipes, as weight loss recipes. He just promotes as a keto lifestyle recipes, right? So I really like when people understand the concept of specialization, because it's there for a good damn reason, right?
Basically, the key thing is most people seem to be on keto for weight loss, to lose weight, including myself. And many times we've reached either an impasse where we're unable to break through a certain weight. For example, if you've been watching my channel and seen my vlogs, I have sort of yo-yoed between like the upper end of 66 kilos and 68 kilos.
Okay, so he goes on to mention that most of the people are on keto for weight loss purpose, and including himself. So he's been yo-yoing and his weight has been fluctuating. He's been on keto for 2 years and his weight is still fluctuating. And this is the kind of mentality that I'm against. Okay, don't go for keto or vegan or paleo or whatever diet for weight loss purposes. So you don't have to go on a keto diet to lose weight. You don't have to go on a vegan diet to lose weight. You don't have to go on any diet to lose weight. You just have to be in a calorie deficit. So I'm not saying that calories are the only thing that matters. So this is why, like, some people always have criticism that no, it's not calories. If you go on keto, there are the hormones, insulin is lowered and this and that. I agree. I always mention in my videos that insulin is very important. You need to take care of your insulin, because insulin is one of the main hormone which can make or break homeostasis. So it's very important that you make sure that your insulin is well taken care of. But then again, it doesn't mean that your calories don't matter at all, because insulin responds to protein, carbohydrate, fat, everything. Yes, it responds to carbohydrates a little more, and that's why it can trigger fat gain easier. Carbohydrates can trigger fat gain easier, but when you overeat it, if you're eating as per your caloric amount in the balanced macros of protein, carbohydrates and fat, not overloading on either of the macronutrients, you will not gain fat. And this is nobody will ever deny the fact that calorie deficit is required for fat loss. Energy in and energy out. That is this simple fundamental. But yes, your hormones also play an important role. That goes without saying. So when he says that he and many of the people that follow the keto diet are following for weight loss purposes, I can't tell you how many people come up to me and tell me, sir, please, I want to get a keto diet plan from you. And I'm like, you need a keto diet plan from me? You don't even need a keto diet plan, just remove carbohydrates and that's a keto diet plan. Then I have to explain it to everyone that, see, you don't need a keto diet. If you really want to remove roti and rice and fruits from your diet, most welcome, I will give you a nice keto diet plan. But then if you want to maintain a good long-term lifestyle, then please, this is the thought of going keto or vegan or whatever, and you can still lose fat, right? So let's watch further and see what he's got to say.
The reason I feel most people get stuck on keto or stop losing weight or don't lose any weight at all is for the very simple reason that they are eating too much food.
Yep, that's right. So many people don't know when to stop. They're eating too much food. And yes, it's harder to overeat on protein and fats. I myself have been on a ketogenic diet for about 6 to 8 months straight. I've been on strict keto. Yes, I was in deep ketosis. I was feeling nice. I was losing fat. I came down to 7% body fat. There's no denying. It was amazing and it felt good. Trust me, I never felt pathetic on a keto diet. It's amazing. But the only problem that I have is again the sustainability issue, because I like fruits, I like rice, etc., and I include it and I still lose fat. So it's technically harder to overeat on protein and fats, okay, than carbohydrates, because you can easily put on so much of rice in the pulao or dal and whatever, and I can never stop at 2 rotis. I'm always so hungry. I can have 5 rotis in a meal and still feel hungry, and that is why it's easy to overeat on carbohydrates than protein and fats. But then it's also easy to overeat on fats, especially in the liquid form, because when you add lots of butter or ghee or coconut oil or MCTs in your meals, it is so easy to go overboard on the ketogenic diet, on the calories, even if you're on a keto diet. Because I've had some clients, not many, honestly. I've had a few clients who used to eat a lot of fat and they would not lose weight on a keto diet. In fact, they would see themselves a little bloated, and that's because they were eating too much fat in the form of bulletproof coffee. Bulletproof coffee is basically black coffee with some added butter or ghee, and then that extra butter or ghee, they add so much of butter and ghee thinking that, oh my god, I'm on a keto diet so I can have unlimited amount of fat. No, your body does not work that way. Even the fat on a keto diet, what you eat, is going to be stored in fat if it is in excess. So the whole point here is energy has to be in balance. He was eating too much food. He was not losing weight because he was eating too much damn food. So many people on keto don't lose weight because they eat too much food. They eat too much of fats. Like, they make these fat bombs, and then they make bulletproof coffee, and then they make protein shakes in which they add extra MCTs, and then just for the sake of it, they're gonna drink some empty MCTs because, yo, I'm on keto diet, I'm gonna burn all these ketones and I'm gonna be in eternal fat burning mode. No, it doesn't exist. Eternal fat burning mode is calorie deficit. You need to be in energy deficit, not energy surplus. If you're eating more energy than you require, doesn't matter where it comes from. It's harder to overeat on protein. So if it comes from fat, if it comes from carbs, it is going to be stored as fat. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, and let's watch this video further.
My theory, my understanding is that essentially if you are eating more calories than you require, you are going to not lose weight. Keto is not a magic diet. Keto is you being in a state of ketosis where your body does not use glucose for energy, it uses fat for energy.
So absolutely well said. Ketosis is a state when your body is using fat for energy. Fat is converted to ketones, and that means you're in ketosis, right? As opposed to glucose. If you're eating carbohydrates, then you'll burn glucose for energy, not ketones, okay? So our body can use both glucose and ketones for energy. But you still need to be in a deficit. If you're not in an energy deficit, then why will your body shred the excess fat that you have stored already, right? So you need to be in a calorie deficit. And what I mean by that is, suppose your body is burning 2000 calories in a day, okay? And if you want to lose fat, you need to eat in a deficit. Suppose you're eating 1500 calories. Doesn't matter if you're on a keto diet or on a carbo diet, non-keto diet, kachra diet, vegan diet, whatever, okay? If you're eating 500 calories less than what you burn in a day, that your body will be forced to burn that extra, the deficit of 500 it will get from the stored body fat, because obviously the calories that you're eating in the day, it's used for functions and the day-to-day expenditure, right? It's the daily expenditure, right? So the deficit will come, which is from the store, which is already stored, and that's fat, right? So your body won't lose out on muscle, okay? It's not stupid to shred out muscle if you're in a calorie deficit. If you're eating the right amount of protein, your body will gain muscle even in a calorie deficit. Let's go further.
Now it uses either dietary fat or body fat, and it's not going to use your body fat if you are feeding it fat constantly. You know, we talk about macros and all. I'm saying you keep your macros, but your weight loss. Now a lot of people think, if I eat only 20 grams of carbs, my body will be in perfect ketosis and it will just start melting all the fat. No. The thing is, if you require 1200 calories in a day and you're eating 1400, no matter how many carbs are there in your diet, your body is not going to burn the fat. You know, you could eat a ton of excess carbs in a day and kick your body out of ketosis, but if you are in a calorie deficit, your body will have to go to the carbs for energy, you know, as opposed to if you eat more than your requirement, your body will store the carbs. Same way with fat. If you feed it more fat than it needs, maybe it does not store the fat, but you're not going to lose fat by giving it more fat than it needs.
So trust me, this guy is very, very smart. He's not just a good chef, he's also a good influencer. He's doing a great job, okay? And he's way smarter than a lot of other nutritionists that I know, because he's actually understanding the concept of calories, the energy, right? And he's telling it that yes, macros do matter, not that macros don't matter, but then you have to maintain your calorie intake, right? You can't just eat 20 grams of carbs in a day thinking that, oh my god, yes, I'm in perfect ketosis and I'm in deep ketosis, I'm burning all these ketones from the body fat that I have, and you are overloading your body with 200-300 grams of fat in a day, adding fat in form of liquid MCT, liquid butter, etc., and then overloading your diet with dietary fat and thinking that you'll lose all that fat. No, you will not. You have to be in a calorie deficit, and this is the concept that so many of the other keto nutritionists lose out on. You have to make sure that your body is still in a calorie deficit. Yes, it's hard to overeat on a keto diet, but it is possible, right? Trust me, I've seen clients who eat 250 grams of carbohydrates a day and they still lose fat, and I've seen people eat 20 grams of carbs a day and they still don't lose fat. So trust me when I say this. Your body needs to be in a calorie deficit to get that excess body fat out to be used for energy, okay? You cannot break that law of thermodynamics. You have to make sure that your body is in a calorie deficit, okay?
That's the main thing, and a lot of people lose weight on keto in the initial stages, and I think that's because their body requires a lot more energy to work. So for example, if you are say 300 pounds or 150 kilos and you need to lose like 100 kgs, your body needs a certain amount of energy just to function when you're 150 kilos. Now say you lose 30 kilos, your body does not need the same amount of food at 130 kilos as it did at 150 kilos. Same way, if you drop to 100 kilos, it will not require the same amount of energy that you needed at 130 kilos.
Exactly. So what he's saying is very, very right. If you are, suppose my weight is 75 kgs, okay? So according to my weight and height, everything, if I need about, let's say I need 2600 calories in a day, okay? So if I lose 5 kgs, I won't require the same amount of energy. I'll require slightly less, amount of calories than I did at 75 kgs. So at 70, I'll need probably 2500. If I lose 5 more kgs, I probably need a little lesser, because it's when you keep losing weight, your body, your metabolism adapts to that weight, right? So your body won't keep spending that much energy when you are losing weight, because when you're lighter, obviously, like, your body adapts to it. Yeah, okay, I hope that makes sense to you. And the way he's explaining it is actually pretty good. Like, trust me, I can't stress this enough. He's actually a very smart person.
You know, a lot of times people do the egg fast, water fast, and all these different things to kind of break a stall. And I think essentially what you are doing there is dropping your caloric intake.
Oh god, someone said it. Someone said it, and he's not even a certified nutritionist, he's not even a medical expert, and he's spitting out truth bombs like it's crazy, okay? Like, trust me, he's telling people go on these amazing fasts, like water fast, this fast, that fast, and they think that it's some magic. People think that there's some magic behind fasting, or there's some magic behind go on a keto diet. It's simply dropping calories. If you go on a fast, you're simply dropping calories and then forcing your body to get that energy deficit, because you're not eating anything. So your body has to get energy from somewhere. Where will your body get it from? It's because you forced your body in a calorie deficit, and it's a huge deficit. Going into water fast for 2 days, 3 days, whatever, it's a huge deficit, okay? And that is how you get that extra energy that your body requires from the stored body fat when you're fasting. Follow a simple 3 to 4 meal plan, and then still be in a calorie deficit and still lose weight the same way you would do on a fasting diet, okay? Fasting is fasting just makes it easier to lose fat.
And basically that calorie deficit is what helps you break the stall, which is what I realized. So what I did was last week, for like almost the entire week, I upped my fasting window to almost 20 hours. So I did 20 hours the first day, then 19, then 18, then 16, then back to 20. And obviously in that smaller eating window, I couldn't stuff my face with 2000 calories or 1500 calories. So I guess I broke my stall, and it boils down to that. So that is something I've been wanting to get off my chest and discuss with you guys.
Oh god, okay, I don't need to watch this video any further. He's given out way more amazing information than most keto influencers do. The keto nutritionists, they are so biased towards carbohydrates, and the keto and carnivore dieters nowadays have been so rigid on their theory that no, all carbs are bad and you need to remove carbohydrates from your diets, or else you won't lose fat, your insulin will be troubled, or this and that, your brain won't function well, you'll get diabetes, you'll get obesity, etc, etc. What you're simply doing by going on a ketogenic diet or on a fasting or carnivore diet, it's that you're eliminating carbohydrates, you're making it simple to go on a calorie deficit. It's easy to be in a calorie deficit when you remove carbohydrates altogether, right? So if you're eating about 250 grams of carbohydrates in a day, if you remove that, that's removing 1000 calories straight away. So that's what's making it easier for your body to be in a calorie deficit. It's not some magic, okay? And what he just said, the Headbangers guy, his fasting window, he kept increasing the fasting window. And what happens when you increase the fasting window and you have a shorter eating window, right? So if you have just 1 or 2 meals in a day, if you fast for 20 hours and you have 2 meals a day, it's obvious that you can't shove your mouth with so much of food, right? You won't obviously be able to eat the 5 meals, the food that you would eat in 5 meals in 1 meal, right? It's harder to shove down 2500 calories in just 1 meal. It's hard. So it's harder to overeat when you're fasting. So fasting is just a tool to create a good calorie deficit. And if you're eating as per your macros, eating the right amount of protein, then you will lose fat. It's even if you eat carbohydrates on a fasting diet, fasting lifestyle, whatever, you will still lose fat if you're eating as per your calorie intake, right? So there he goes, there this video goes. I hope this video actually makes sense. This is one message to everybody watching this video, that don't think of any diet as a magic diet, detox diet, keto diet, magic pill, fasting diet. It doesn't work that way, guys. This is simple funda in life, that if you want to lose weight, you need to be in an energy deficit. Your body has to get that energy from your stored body fat. If you're eating in a deficit, if you're eating less than what your body burns in a day, your body has to burn the excess fat that it already has stored, right? I hope this video helped you, and I hope you really like my content, and if you do, please take some time to share my videos with your friends and family. It will be very grateful. I will be very grateful to you. And just subscribe to my channel if you want to watch more of my content. And I'm gonna bloop up 2 videos here so you can watch up. It's gonna be here somewhere. 2 videos, you can watch it, and you can subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for watching again, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.